Another wild day in the market with huge fluctuations, but the biggest topic of today is about Tesla and Michael Burry announcing and revealing his $530 million short position against Tesla. Tesla stock fell about 2% today and is down a little bit in after hours as well. Very volatile after hours. I don't think it's actually this because it was just up 5% a second ago. So it looks about even. But this is crazy that he revealed it. I remember a bunch of months ago he was talking about how his short position was getting bigger and bigger in Tesla. And I didn't know he was actually buying puts. It was revealed today that he owns 8,100 long puts against Tesla. Did not tell exactly which ones it were with an unknown value, but I determined it's about either the 1,200 one for January 2023 or this one just based off of, if you have 8,100 contracts. I played around with a bunch. It's one of these ones, so it's definitely an extremely bullish or bearish position on Tesla. But obviously he's probably going at least a year or two out for his bet to work so he doesn't actually, lose everything. And he obviously went significantly in the money as well rather than out of the money to ensure that worst case scenario he will just go long shares after that date. But obviously this is now the biggest short position in his entire fund. And if you guys don't know who Michael Burry is, watch The Big Short. He was the guy with the lazy eye who bet against the housing market on subprime mortgage bonds and made a killing for his investment capital. But he's also very well known for his long GameStop position. So, he's been doing pretty well. But he essentially came out and he thinks that, Tesla's extremely overvalued and that they get almost all of their money from these regulatory credits, and that that's a huge red flag. So, Tesla racked up 1.76 billion in credits last year, and he believes that that's a big reason that it's going to go down eventually. Because if you look at Tesla and you actually look at their PE, how much they make and stuff, their PE is very significantly high. It's around 600 for their PE, which is obviously very high. Apple is sitting at like a 24, 25. A lot of companies are very low, and you have one that's super huge like this. It's also valued combined more than all the auto companies in the world, the top 10 I believe. But this is obviously a company that is very based on the future. EV cars are the future, there's no doubt about that. But it's about whether you believe Tesla's going to have a huge market penetration, market share versus the other ones. And, obviously Elon doesn't believe so. And, he has a giant bet against it. Like I said, the biggest bet in his entire fund, which is huge. And, you look at Tesla from this year, it's down some since the beginning of the year. Year to date, you look at where it was, it's sitting at 729. Got as high as 880 or 899 actually at one point, 900 exactly. And then since the peak, it has now fallen 35% from the peak. Year to date, the stock is down 21% year to date. So, but obviously if you go a year back and you look at it, the stock's still up 255%. So it all depends on where you look at it. Basing Tesla if it's time to buy the dip or it's still overvalued. Michael Burry believes it's extremely overvalued, and he's putting his money where his mouth is, and he's, bought a ton of puts on it. So it's going to be very interesting to see, what happens in this. But I do believe that, he's going to come up. He's going to come up big, if not already. I mean, he started. I don't know when he started this. I remember, like I said, he talked about in the beginning of the year how his short position continued to get bigger and bigger. So I know he definitely added a bunch, when it was up here and stuff. So there's a good potential that he's up huge right now on Tesla. So I thought this was super interesting to see. And, obviously, Kramer believes that Tesla's so key to this market. There's a lot of people that you're either super bullish on Tesla or you're super bearish. I feel like there's no real in between for that. And I think it's going to be very interesting to see. I mean, if you look and break down their earnings, Tesla's earnings last quarter, they still weren't that good, compared to what people wanted. only doing 438 million in net income. It's just not that much. It's really not. I mean, you look at last year, the company brought in 721 million in net income, but they're still valued at over 555 billion. So obviously it's extremely overvalued at the current state of the company, but obviously the company is very future looking. So this is going to obviously continue to increase. You're seeing big year-over-year growth, but the question is, are they able to get these profit margins up? Are these tax credits going to still come in and help the company out big? And can they start having a bigger market penetration in some of the other countries where it's going to be crucial, like China and now the U.S. as well, which is going to start becoming significantly more as more carbon emission fossil fuel cars start going and transitioning more towards EV cars. So it's going to be very, very interesting to see what happens with that and how everything goes. But right now, Elon's been under a lot of fire for his Bitcoin stuff. He's been tweeting against Bitcoin, and it's crazy because a lot of people who are huge into Bitcoin loved Elon, and now they're very against Elon. So is that going to be bad for the share price? I don't know. We don't know. A lot of investors were not happy when Elon disclosed that he was buying up a ton of Bitcoin. So it's going to be really interesting to see, and especially if he, starts implementing Dogecoin into Tesla, and people are going to be like, all right, is this guy a joke? Is this guy for real? Like, what is he doing? So that's going to be interesting to see as well. But Michael Burry's betting big stuff against Tesla, and we're just going to have to see how it comes up. Like I said, based on current evaluations and everything, it's going to be interesting. I mean, Tesla's already down a lot year to date. 20.9%, and that could drop significantly more. But you look at the past 5 years, the 1,200%. The past year, it's up 250%. Since the start, 15,000%. But the 1 day, the 1 week, the 1 month is all red, and year to date as well. So I'm not gonna say buy the dip. I'm personally not a huge fan of Tesla the stock. I love Tesla the company, but Tesla the stock, it just seems a little much to me. I think that valuation is a bit high, and they're gonna have to do something seriously significantly different to change that. But anyways, guys, I'm curious to hear your thoughts on all of this. Your thoughts on Tesla, Elon, Bitcoin, all this stuff that's going on right now, and if you think Michael Burry's big short is gonna pay off like it did last time. But anyways, guys, I thought I'd give you the update. I'm actually in a hotel room right now in Alabama at the national championship. So we are there. We're enjoying it, and still got to get a video in for the viewers. You guys know me. I love you guys, and I'm so thankful for each and every one of you. But yeah, guys, have a wonderful day. Let me know. I'll still be in the Discord if you guys want to send me a message in chat. I'm always there. But yeah, I thought this was interesting, so I thought I'd share it with you guys. And yeah, we're gonna go on, and we're gonna see what happens, and see in a couple months or so if this bet really pays off, because there's a big chance it does. If tech keeps going like it has been, been selling off pretty hard, this past month. Nasdaq, taking big hits down over 5%, and obviously heavy growth stocks like heavy growth sectors like the ARC sector is just really taking a big hit. But anyways, guys, I'm curious to hear your thoughts on all of this. Like I said, like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Take it easy, guys. Bye-bye.